certainly a different decibel factor when you came out than when I did. First putting your...
Where's my mic?
Putting your aunt out here as my announcer.
You got the jazzy mic.
Oh, yeah. And it does things while we talk. Have you noticed that? It's sort of... It's a great scene-stealing mic. Yeah. Well, I'm certainly glad we didn't dress the same, because we almost always do wherever we go any place. My orange leather suit didn't come back from the cleaners. Can you remember when you first laid eyes on me?
What's in the cup?
Oh, that's that stuff you like. But since the press thinks you don't,
Okay.
you better not ask.
All right.
No, people often say to me, he's too clean to be true.
Look at this is bad.
What's it? That's my band.
No, it's trombones and flutes, and it's a different looking band.
Yeah. You can say anything you want. They can't
No.
speak a word of English. One of them can, and he tells the other guys. They're a Dixieland band, New Orleans. Yep.
Okay.
They're fresh from Argentina. Well,
What do you play? The frying pan.
I didn't notice that. Oh, and the washboard.
And the washboard.
Yeah. He majored in washboard at Juilliard. Well, I know you to be a musician because I've seen you. I remember that one time we were in Diana Ross's dressing room, in fact, and everybody was trying to sit next to Michael Jackson or Diana Ross. And he went over to the piano and began to noodle, I believe is the expression that you used to use. And this guy's a natural music. Well, it's a black term. You probably aren't familiar with it. And it was quite fine. You could have been a musician. You are, of course, but I mean, you could have been.
I'm no musician.
I got to apologize for using the word pee earlier. I was caught off camera talking to
You
people.
said P on the air?
Yeah, and I want.
A P is a letter. It's not
Yeah, because I didn't want you to be offended. And
You probably say P on the air. You
I'd
can't
say it.
You can't say piss.
No.
P.
See, the idea was that we could get 10 minutes into the
This
show
is
without
cable,
trouble.
all right?
Yeah, but that doesn't give you total freedom. I mean, wouldn't it be wonderful for you to keep the suspense going of, is he ever going to say something just awful? Because, you know, you don't know this. This is true now. So
Look,
cross my heart. Remember when we went to the sumo tournament?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was a very formal Japanese party before it, and we were invited. And they called me before and said, well, we've sort of run out of room. And I said, but you mean Mr. Murphy and I can't come? They said, well, we don't really have that much room. We have room for you, but I said, what about Mr. Murphy? And he said, well, frankly, we're a little worried about him and his big mouth.
Japanese people said that?
His big mouth. So I thought if I have any decency at all, I'd just say, take your party and put it where the
Did you go to the party?
chopsticks won't reach, you know? And but I went. I had a wonderful time.
They were really afraid I would use profanity?
Yeah. Now I know him to be like, it's like being with Billy Graham at home or wherever. I've never heard him say a naughty word in real life.
The Japanese were thought that I would curse, so they
Isn't
said...
that funny? It's like, I suppose if they thought Jerry Lewis would go or something if he came to the party, and they thought you would do that. I can't get over that.
And you still went to the party?
Yeah, I went, but I drank a lot to break them financially. No, I didn't go.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
You know, the night at that party, he was supposed to meet me at a disco. This is a black disco called Bentley's in Manhattan.
This was a setup.
No,
Tell
this
him
was
about
not a setup. I left the place. I said, meet me at Bentley's. And we went out to eat, and it's a place where, like, it's an all-black place. Dick Cavett is in the place waiting for me. And I go to the door, and the guy at the door said, Ed, man, Dick Cavett's inside. Like, Dick was getting his ass whipped or something. Oops, the Japanese were right. I went inside. He was, like, doing a split on the dance floor. This man is crazy. This is a crazy man.
We were supposed to go to the place.
We
I didn't
did
know
go to the place.
Bentley, sound like, probably a Fifth Avenue nightclub of some sort. And I went in. I looked. Now, what I mean to say now is certainly not. Don't let anyone be offended to this, but the man at the door looked at me as if I were a shrimpy little white man, and said something like, "Are you sure you have the right address?" And I said, "Yeah." And I said, "I'm supposed to meet Eddie Murphy." Well, everybody comes up and says that there, apparently. So that went over big. So he suggested I take a nice walk. Don't play with my thing. Like,
I'm just noodling with it.
don't play with it. So I say, well, oh, and he says, Dick Cavett. Oh, right, Dick Cavett. Hey, go on in. I went in, you couldn't see anybody. I mean, because my eyes, it was bright. No, I didn't mean that.
Is it racial joke?
No, it wasn't smile, and I see where you are. It was just, and I'm sort of, I hear people saying, hi, Dick, and I get in the middle of a dance floor, and I'm jammed in, and the disc, sorry? Dancing?
Yeah, a girl's name was Nature that you was dancing with.
Nixon?
Nature.
Oh, Nature, yeah, the MC said, Dick Cavett is here, and they went, it is, and people yelled. You were telling this.
You were there. I didn't get there till afterwards.
And you got there later and couldn't believe it. He came in, he says, are you all right? The thing is, they paired me up with a lady named Nature.
Nature.
Yeah. What does lock it up, Nature, mean? No, really, I don't know.
Lock it up is if like two people get, one gets in front of you, one gets behind you, and they like dance and grind on you.
That's what happened.
They locked you up?
That's what happened. Oh, yeah. You seem to be taken with my band.
Hey, stop, quick.
Like this. Yeah. No fade outs here. What was it? What was it you asked them to play during
Purple
your break?
Rain, Julia Pulpa. They don't know it though. Does anybody know it?
You're an amazing linguist. No.
Nobody?
Do you know Purple?
We only play music for New Orleans.
Only for New Orleans?
Ah.
Oh, sorry. You don't play any top 40? Just shout, let it all out. None of that?
How about Do I Love You, Do I? That's one of my favorites.
That's off my album, but it's not out yet, so they wouldn't know.
Oh, that's right. So they couldn't know that. So some other good things on your album. Old MacDonald.
I
Eddie.
just wondered, you brought the bag out. I wondered why.
Oh, yeah. You know, when you spoke Spanish, so you picked it up right away from what the lady said, and I remember once.
Hey, Fruity.
Your French.
What's that you told me how to say?
It's an Italian phrase.
So, just say it. Get some
Yeah.
American tele.
Sta d'accordo.
What?
Sta d'accordo o mi merda.
Sta d'accordo, mi merda.
Come on.
You know what that means?
Yes, it involves a goat.
No, it doesn't.
Huh?
That's like it's when an Italian dude is like, "Hey, watch it now. I don't." It's
But is
I'll
the
cut
merde?
your face.
Was it
That's
was
what
it
it means.
was it muerde or merde or?
Oh mi merda. Yeah, sta d'accordo, oh mi merda.
He didn't tell you.
You
what
gotta
it
say it
really
like this. Sta d'accordo.
Wait a minute.
That's how you gotta say it.
Wait a minute. I'll only be a moment. Oh hell! I have my glasses.
Now you got me. International Dictionary of Obscenities, a guide to dirty words and indecent expressions in Spanish, Italian, French, German, and Russian.
Yeah. See if it's in there.
Italian.
They don't believe us. You can hold that up to the camera.
It does. Can you get that?
Can you see that?
What camera? This
I
one?
mean, doesn't everyone have this in
Come
his
close.
home?
I have it in my home.
No, I didn't mean this to come up now, but this was going to be my present to you, because I know because you're such a. Like, I taught him a sentence in French, and he knew it immediately. His pronunciation is perfect, as you know if you saw the MTV.
Ooh, the way
award.
you say anus in German is loch. As
Loch.
loch.
Loch. Kind of, the CH is in the throat. Loch.
Loch.
Perfect. See, now that's perfect.
Loch.
Yeah, that's it. And, well, I don't know that we want to read all of them out, but it's an
Ooh, the way you say breast is titten in German.
Oh, yeah, and you know something funny? I on German television once, I meant to say subtitles, Untertiteln, and I said Untertitten instead. And the audience broke up because it
Unter titten.
means yeah.
Can I have this book?
Yeah, it's for you. I got that for you. That and the Nat King Cole tape that you lost that I gave you.
He did bring me a Nat King Cole tape.
Yeah. he discovered
Fruity,
it.
now I can curse all over the world.
Okay, terrific.
Hold this for me.
No, really, you want to hang on to
Do
that?
I really
'cause-
curse that much?
No, I've never heard
Guys,
you.
do I? I mean, no more than anybody else. Think about how much you curse at home. And do I curse any
Yeah.
more than you curse? Thank you.
No, let's
You
just take.
you don't use profanity, man? Never? You liar.
Let's take a little poll here. How many like Eddie, first of all? Okay. Okay. Now, just be objective, you know. And, how many think he's a foul and obscene influence on our country? It's clearly a minority. I wouldn't worry about them. And what was Baby Eddie like? Were you doing Bugs Bunny imitations in the crib? And
Oh, absolutely not.
I gotta know. If I met you at 7 years old, what would we have talked about?
I don't, the basic stuff 7-year-olds talk about. I wasn't a different child. I was a regular old normal child.
But there were signs of which way the wind was blowing. I mean, that you were a performer. And
At 7?
your brother said he caught you doing Elvis once.
That's when I was like 15. At 7, I was normal. 15, I used to dress up in my uncle gave me this old tuxedo jacket, and it had like this gold lame stuff on. I would put it on and get scarves and cut school, and put my Elvis Presley records on and get in the basement and give a concert by myself. Yeah. And one day my brother was in the doorway and watched me for like an hour.
You didn't know he was there?
No, I turned around, he was like this. You crazy, man.
Were you embarrassed?
I was Elvis. I wasn't embarrassed. I was happy. He said, you crazy. I was like, thank you.
Oh, I know that feeling. I've been caught doing things like that, and you just feel so stupid. Like when you're walking along the street talking to yourself, and then
I
somebody...
never did that.
Well, didn't you do that? You say, I told him that I should have.
You know it's mess when you sing in the car and people catch you singing in the car and you look like you're talking to yourself, and then the person catch you going,
Oh, yeah.
and you look at
But, or when they catch you talking to yourself, you pretend you were singing. You go, dum de dum dum dum. Well, I always wondered what you were like as a kid. Didn't you do Bugs Bunny as a child? I did. I used to imitate Bugs Bunny. I could do Elmer Fudd. I could
As
do,
a child, Bugs was on when you was coming up?
Oh, yeah. We had Bugs Bunny Sr. in those days. His grandfather. God, I forget your age. It's...
Yeah, I thought that when you was like what's the Mickey Mouse cartoons and stuff like that when you was coming
The
up.
old, in black and white.
Yeah. We got the fly cartoons now.
Yeah.
But a lot of those Bugs Bunnies are real old, though, like from the 50s.
But you know what?
Bugs Bunny is the only guy that like I watch and like makes me laugh out loud.
Yeah, Brando likes Bugs Bunny.
Funniest show on television, Bugs Bunny.
Too.
You know that episode when he's in Australia and the little guy's going anga banga banga. And he goes anga banga banga, and Bugs goes anga banga banga, and he goes anga banga banga, and he goes anga banga banga inga binga binga banga. Isn't that good?
And what's the one? What's the one where the sign says Coldernell, Alaska? I always thought that was so funny. That's in a Bugs Bunny.
Is that a Bugs Bunny?
Yeah.
See, you went
I think
back
it
to an
is.
old Bugs Bunny.
Well, yeah, the U's were V's. It was that old. There aren't any U's, but it's almost a joke.
What's that mean?
I'm-
Comel?
You're not supposed to see that.
Commercial? You're just lazy? Comel.
Comul, it's French for come on. I knew you were a
How much
cartoon
time
fan.
before we go to Comel?
We have to go like that? Oh, I'm sorry, because I was just going to tell you something real funny, but it won't be time.
Wait till after the
Do you remember Porky Pig?
Comel.
You need a Porky Pig?
The what?
Porky Pig?
Porky Pig what?
You remember Porky Pig?
Yes, I remember Porky Pig.
Yeah.
I wasn't a Porky Pig fan. I was
Hello,
deaf.
hello,
Hi. Remember that?
Yeah?
Okay.
That was good.
And who went?
Woody Woodpecker.
Right.
Who did like this?
That was Alistair Cook?
Nope. Tom and Jerry, they didn't talk.